Good morning, everybody. My name is Pat Murray, and I'm president of the Bristol County Savings Charitable Foundation. Welcome to our New Bedford branch. This branch is just about 2 years old now. We are doing very, very well down here in the community of New Bedford, and we wanted to thank the mayor for being with us this morning to announce a few good things. Just about an hour and a half ago, we had a press conference at City Hall where we announced that the Bristol County Savings Charitable Foundation was giving a grant of $10,000 to the New Bedford Economic Development Council to help them with purchasing software to help them with their loan program. So we were happy to do that, and now we're happy here just a few minutes later to announce that we're giving away some more money. This is a fun day for us. But as you can see, there's quite a few people here today, so there is some introductions I'd like to make prior to introducing the mayor. First of all, with us today, well, let me back up for a second. We're giving away $32,000 this morning to 5 different organizations. And I want to say kudos to the organizations that are here today, because we had over $300,000 in requests to give out $32,000 this morning. So kudos to you and the things that you do and the recognition that you're getting this morning. With that, I would like to introduce the people that have the toughest job. They're the ones that have to make the decision as to who gets that money, and that's the board of directors of the Charitable Foundation. There's 10 people on the board altogether, and there's a few of them with us here this morning. This morning is the chairman of our board, Dennis Kelly. Corrine Santos. And Frank Texera. We also have the officers of the foundation here today, and they're the people that do the real work. The one that you really want to get to know is our treasurer, Dennis Leahy. He's the one that signs the checks. So, Dennis. And also our clerk, Michelle Roberts. And I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce the real person that does all the work. She works in the marketing department. She's a vice president in our marketing area, but she's also the liaison and does a lot of the work for the Charitable Foundation, and that's Kathy Mulhern. Now you'll notice there's a lot of people from the bank here this morning too, and we take great pride in that. Not because they're not out working doing their jobs right now, because they actually are. We take great pride in the involvement that we have in Bristol County Savings Bank in the communities we serve. And these are members that actually serve on the boards of some of the agencies that are getting monies this morning. With us today, we have our regional branch manager of both this office and our Dartmouth office, Nancy Wood. We have our business development officer for the South Coast region, and Valerie Lacasse. We have our Senior Vice President in charge of commercial lending for the South Coast region, Peter Selly. A lifelong resident of the city of New Bedford, I will add. And also a Vice President in commercial lending in this area, Jack Silva. A few other people from the bank that are here today is the chairman of our board of directors, Dennis Cody. A member of our board of directors and the former chancellor of UMass Dartmouth. I'm not the first one that said that, am I? But Gene McCormick. Our first executive vice president in charge of all of our lending divisions, Len Sullivan. Our chief operating officer, Julie Chapman. The newest addition to the bank, she comes into our marketing department. Vice president of marketing is Sue Nelson. Used to be branch manager at our Dartmouth office, and now he's training to become a commercial lender and will soon be back in this market making commercial loans, and that's Michael Patico. Pat Cochran in the back, vice president, heads up our retail. And also another vice president heading up our training in our human resources area, J.R. Pimentel. Now, I think the only 2 people I failed to introduce here are our tellers back here. We have Michelle and Susan. So if any of you would... If any of you would like to deposit those checks you're receiving this afternoon, this morning, you can see there's no line. At this time, I'd like to introduce someone that has been a great supporter of both the foundation and the bank, and that is our, I can't say new anymore, but,
I don't feel new.
but the Mayor of the City of New Bedford, Jon Mitchell. Mayor.
So this is a little deja vu right now. We were, Michelle's laughing, we were just at City Hall announcing the software package that you guys are contributing to the Economic Development Council. And as I looked at my schedule today, I thought, at first blush, I thought, geez, I have 2 events in 2 different places with the same bank. And then I thought, no, for these guys, for Bristol County, absolutely. I'll bend over back. If we want to do 10 more events today, I would do it. And that is because Bristol County Savings Bank has been deeply committed to our community. Pat's team and Dennis's team before him have really stepped up in a big way to contribute to the betterment of New Bedford. In an era when the banking industry has, I think in many ways, justifiably been criticized for not being good corporate citizens, Bristol County has bucked the trend in a way that, frankly, George Bailey would be proud. They have invested in the community going back several years now, not just because Pete Selly has insisted on it. The zoo, a huge beneficiary of your largesse, especially with the carousel, a $5,000 contribution alone at under very favorable terms. Summerfest, Gifts to Give, just a month ago we had an event just like this. And it's because the commitment is real and it is genuine, and it really is in the best tradition of the banking industry in America, where banks really understood that building goodwill was not only good for their bottom line, but also good for the community in which its executives lived in, and also a good way to feel good about doing business in the community. So I'm happy to be here to support it. I'll support you guys as much as you'd like, because I think New Bedford is really benefiting from what you're doing. And today's an example of that. Each of the nonprofits that were selected by the foundation do great work in our city. And I don't have the list in front of me, but I see Mary from the Schwartz Center, and there's Will Gardner from Alma DeMarle, and there's Linda from the WIB, and well, the Girl Scouts and Junior Achievement. Caroline's here. All great contributors to our community, and I'm proud to stand up here and be part of it. I'm happy that Jean is helping out. She's a week and a half into her retirement right now. Is looking for things to do. We have plenty of things for you to do, Jean. Yes. But we're pleased to have these events where we can hand out those big fake checks and make everybody feel good, because it really the money really does go a long way in this community, and that's something I've tried to emphasize to potential benefactors to New Bedford. Money here goes much further than it does in a large metropolitan area. You can really see your money make a difference, and so I encourage you guys to keep on giving, because I think you will be pleased with what you see. So I just want to thank you again for everything you've done, Pat.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for your support. The City of New Bedford has been very good to Bristol County Savings Bank, the community. We're doing very well here at this branch location, so it's nice that we can give back to the communities that we serve. Just a little bit about the foundation. Bristol County Savings Bank is a community bank, but more importantly, we're a mutual bank. And what does that mean? That means that we don't have stockholders that we have to answer to that are concerned about their stock price or concerned about their dividend. So over the years, we've tried to figure out who really is our stockholder. And working with our board, we've kind of figured it out. It was really easy. It's the community. And back in 1996, Bristol County Savings Bank turned 150 years old, and we threw ourselves a big birthday party. And we also gave the community a birthday present. We started the Bristol County Savings Charitable Foundation. and the bank donated $1 million out of its earnings to the foundation to start it. Since then, the bank has contributed another $11 million. So since 1996, we've contributed $12 million to the foundation, which is now providing over $1 million of, and I call it a dividend, back to our stockholder through the form of charitable contributions to agencies much like your own. So we are very, very proud of what we've been able to do in the communities that we serve, and once again, congratulations on receiving money this morning. Since 1996, the foundation has given out nearly $9 million, including what is approaching $1.5 million here in the greater New Bedford area. So thank you for the work that you do here in the city, and we're happy that we can contribute in some small part to make that happen. So thank you very much. So we have 5 organizations with us this morning that are receiving a grant, and how this works is I'll introduce the people that are here from each of the agencies. They will have a chance to come up and talk a little bit about what their agency does and what the monies that they're receiving today will go towards. With us this morning, receiving $10,000 is the Swartz Center, and their Chief Operating Officer, Mary Hodgson.
Hi, again, I'm Mary Hodgson. I'm the CEO of the Schwartz Center, and we're actually a youngster in the community compared to all of you who have only been here for 65 years. We serve about 1,200 to 1,300 children a year in a variety of programs, children with special needs. We also educate about 1,000 to 1,200 adults. They can be caregivers of these children, they can be teachers, healthcare workers. We have a number of programs of which we educate them. Times are a little bit tough for us, as you can imagine, for most nonprofits. Our funding is being tightened on all fronts, also from fundraising as well as from the state and local governments. But yet our waiting list is growing. Right now, for some of our programs, children can wait as long as 6 to 9 months for services, and we just feel that's unacceptable, and we need to find a way to change and a different way to do that. So the gift that we were given today will allow us to do that, to build the infrastructure and the resources that we need to look at how we can serve children in any setting, whether it's in the public school or whatever, to make sure they get the quality of services that they need in the most cost-effective way. So thank you so much for allowing us to be able to do that and continue to support our mission. So thank you.
I introduced Kathy Mulhern before, and she's really the one behind the scenes that does all the work. She's learning, because usually she gives me all the real checks, and I put them in my coat pocket. I went home with them once without giving them out, so make sure you get your real check as well as the big one when you leave here today. With us next is also receiving $10,000, and that's the Alma Del Mar Charter School. And with us this morning is the Executive Director, Will Gardner. Will.
Good to see you. I'm Will Gardner. I'm the Executive Director at Alma Del Mar. I'm excited to see the Schwartz Center here. They're a great partner to us. If they're a baby, we are an embryo. We are brand new. We just had our first year of operation this year. We are a brand new K-8 public school serving kids here in New Bedford. And we do 2 things. Our mission is made up of 2 parts. And the first part is really important. We are going to put every single one of our scholars on the path to college. Every single one. We believe that strongly. And the second thing we do is we challenge them to be service-minded leaders. We want them to be the type of people that are standing around in this room right now, people who give back to the community. So that's what we do. This gift, this very kind gift, is going to equip our 3rd grade classrooms with brand new smart boards. We have great teachers, and this is powerful technology that's going to help them to bring our students the world in the classroom, and ultimately to bring our students a little bit further on that journey toward college. So a huge thanks to Bristol County Savings Bank Foundation, and appreciate your help with our work.
One person I failed to introduce, and that's our photographer, Bob Bartlett. I found that if you forget to introduce Bob, he puts like black things on your teeth on the pictures. So So I have all my teeth here, Bob. Okay, good, thank you. Next with us this morning is the Girl Scouts of Eastern Mass, receiving $2,500, and their development coordinator, Jessica Cruz. Jessica.
Good morning. My name is Jess Grayus, and I'm from the Girl Scouts of Eastern Massachusetts. On behalf of our council, thank you for your funding and continued support of the Fab Factor program. The Fab Factor is an early intervention research-based after-school program for girls ages 5 to 17. We are partnering with local community schools, after-school sites, youth centers, and low-income apartments to bring the programming to the girls. Girls meet from October to June for a couple hours each week, and they focus on 4 programmatic learning modules: financial literacy, STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, leadership development, and health and wellness. Funding will support about 100 girls in New Bedford and Taunton, so thank you.
Our next recipient this morning is the Greater New Bedford Workforce Investment Board, receiving $5,000. With us today is the Youth Council Director, Linda Hutchinson, the Connecting Activities Director, Peg Curro, and the Connecting Activities Staff Person, Christy Almeida. Welcome.
Good morning, or afternoon at this point, I guess. I'm Linda Hutchison, and I am the Youth Council Director at the Workforce Investment Board here in New Bedford. And the funding that we're receiving today, we are totally grateful for, because this is one of our pride and joy programs, our Connecting Activities partnership with Bristol Community College, the Chamber of Commerce here in New Bedford, and several different school districts, about 6 different school districts, including New Bedford High, the Global Charter School, Dartmouth, Fairhaven, who did I miss? I know Rochester. So what this funding will do for us is to create another 8 paid internship positions, because as we all know, as the economy's still in distress, it's tougher and tougher for our employers to provide paid internships. They want to help, but sometimes financial distress is just preventing that. So we're very, very, very grateful to have this extra funding for these kids. Thank you.
One more, last but not least, is obviously an organization that has been a staple of the South Coast area for years, and that's a Junior Achievement of Southeastern Massachusetts, receiving $4,500 this morning. With us this morning is their president, Caroline Paradis, and their program director, Patty Deagle, and also a member of their board and employee here at Bristol County Savings Bank, Michael Patico.
Good morning. I know I'm the one person standing between everyone and their lunch right now, so I'm going to try to keep it speedy. Junior Achievement of Southern Massachusetts basically brings volunteers into classrooms within Bristol County to provide training and skill development for students regarding financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and work readiness. We do that by oftentimes tapping into the business community. Most of our mentors and volunteers come from the business community. And last year, actually, this past school year, we reached about 4,100 students. So we've got a great reach beyond, Bristol County and beyond, and we're very, very grateful for the support. And with this funding, we will certainly put it to good use. Thank you very much.
Well, that concludes the awards this morning. As these words up on our wall behind you say, commitment, stability, community. That's Bristol County Savings Bank's tagline. So we have the financial stability in order to be committed to our community, and we're happy that we can give these money back to each and every one of you that are doing remarkable things here in the South Coast. So once again, thank you for what you do. Mayor, once again, thank you for your support.